Hello, and welcome back to the King's Forge. Today, we're continuing our study on the Bible. So we're here in the furnace, and we're going to stoke the fires and learn some more about the Bible here in just a minute. So our first question we've answered, and now the second question comes up. Is the Bible historically accurate? That's been a debate for many years. And I could go on and on about the archaeological finds that have confirmed the Bible, such as Jericho or Hezekiah's tunnel. Or I could go on and on about debunking many of the History Channel specials and the theories that arise from them. Oh, and by the way, don't trust everything that the History Channel says. Most of it's not history, and there's no proof that Jesus had a girlfriend. Instead of doing any of this, what I want to say is what I've read from scholar after scholar that says that they say the Bible is historically accurate in so much as it accomplishes the theological intention. In other words, the Bible may have a great deal of history in it, but it's not intended to be a history book. Its intention is to record how God has interacted with his people so that people may turn from what the world has to offer and believe in him. If all the Bibles in the world were burned, would we still believe? And my answer to this is yes. I believe the Christian faith would look very different, but many people would still believe that there was a God who created the world and sent his Son to die and be resurrected on behalf of you and me so that we might believe in him and be saved. And in being saved, help to make this world a better place. The Bible merely points to God. It's not God. We're not to worship the Bible. We're to worship God. He's far above the Bible. He transcends the Bible. God is far above all things. He's not limited to the Bible, for he existed far before it ever came to be. The Bible carries God's message as it was passed down to his people throughout generations. We're to receive this message. The message is what changes the people, not the text alone. This reminds me of the beginning of the Gospel of John. John's Gospel begins by saying, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God." John's Gospel goes on to say that the Word became flesh, and it dwelt among us. It then points to the Word being Jesus. John uses a Greek word, logos, to describe Jesus. In our English Bible, the word logos is translated simply as word, but it could just as easily be translated as statement or message. Jesus is the message of God. As a person, Jesus encompassed all that God's message was. It was a message of love, of forgiveness, of compassion, and above all things, knowing God and doing his will. Jesus is what all God testified to in his scriptures and being a man. He is the message of the scriptures. He is love, and in being love, he is our salvation, and the Bible testifies to him. So, we've answered that second question. Think about that today. Think about what the Bible tells us about Jesus. He was a real person. He's documented outside of the Bible. He was God living among us, so we would know who God was. So I hope this has been helpful to you today. And once again, like we always say, if you like what we're doing and you want to support it, hit that like button, subscribe, and click that bell so you know when we have new content up. And we thank you so much for being with us here in the Forge today. God loves you, and we do too. Come back soon. God bless you.